So today we're finishing our first season at Derby County. We're looking set to be mid-table, but we could still finish as a top half team if results go away. Let's talk about it. Hello. Welcome everyone to JLABTV. I'm JLAB and this is Football Manager 2022. The master we build a save with Derby County, and we've got one game left this year against Coventry City. We've had about 5 games since we last met, so let's talk about them first and foremost. The first game we had was against West Bromwich Albion, and we got our revenge on them after they beat us in the cup. Robbie Walsh scoring the only goal of the game, and the 21-year-old proving why he's probably my best signing so far, getting the winning goal to make sure we win by 0-0 at the Hawthorns. We then hosted Sunderland, and inside 5 minutes, Scully gave us the lead, and then we doubled our lead in the 22nd minute of the game. Walsh finds Fraser. He goes for goal and does that. Admittedly, it was cleared away to Fraser, but what a goal to double our lead. Before we make it 3-0 inside 35 minutes, Scully finds Fraser. He finds Donnelly. He finds Scully, and Scully doubles his tally for the day. 35 minutes in, it's 3-0. Sunderland do get a goal back, not too long afterwards though, to make it 3-1. And I admittedly must confess, I did think they were going to start a comeback after Simba scored, but then we make it 4 from the corner. Donnelly, back post, 4-1. We did everything we needed to do there, and it was perfect. So, a good result against a side that has actually been promoted to the Premier League this year. Can you believe it? Our next game was against Jack Walton's Bristol City, and we're 1-0 up after Edmundson gave us the lead inside 43 minutes, and I thought, okay, we're doing well. We then gave away a penalty. Jansen scores, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, we can do better, right? I wasn't expecting Jansen to score again to make it 2-1 to Bristol City just moments later. I don't think the keeper can do much about that, unfortunately for us, and we do make it 2-2 not too long afterwards. Walsh finds Donnelly, and Jamie Donnelly gets the equalising goal. I thought, yes, we can fight back. We can get a result here. Then we conceded again inside 72 minutes, and Otosawi then made it 3-2, and they won. Backside had a 6.3 rating in this game. I was disappointed, though mind you, Walton had a 6.6 average rating, so I don't think he was much better. I still feel like I made the right choice to sell Walton. It was just a bad game, unfortunately, for Baxter. Our next game was against relegated threatened Sheffield Wednesday, and inside 76 minutes, they get the opening goal, and I don't think you can do much about it with the chance that Musgrave had, and we lost to Sheffield Wednesday by 0-0. Donny had a 6.0 rating, and he had one of those games that I feared he would have. We just did not turn up, and we couldn't score to save our lives when we should be. So, a disappointing result as far as I'm concerned here. The last game we had was actually against Brentford at home, and we were 1-0 up inside 5 minutes. Robbie Walsh finds Donnelly, who does that. What a finish from Jamie Donnelly to give us the lead. And when we doubled our lead inside 37 minutes, I thought, okay, we're going to be good. Walsh again with the lovely, delicious ball, and Will Donnelly with the finish. I genuinely thought at this point, we're going to win this game. Then Brentford started fighting back, and Brewster scores. Okay, Brewster. It's not surprising we concede. Then we give the ball away needlessly here, and then... oh, dear. Yeah, that happened. Zanadinov with the equalising goal inside 80 minutes. We gave the ball away from our own set piece and conceded. Yeah, that was one of those games where nothing went right. After we... potentially, I should have shut up shop and defended the lead. I don't know. But what I do know is we threw away a 2-goal lead, and we don't want to be doing that here. We've also gone 3 games without a win, and it's the second time this season it's happened. Hopefully, we'll end that today. Because we're in 14th place, 2 points off Nottingham Forest. We could still finish above Forest, though admittedly 12th place is the best we can aim for now. We can't finish any lower than 16th, which isn't ideal. Wednesday did get relegated in the end, along with Millwall and Plymouth, so I've lost a side in the relegation zone, and I drew against a side that finished bottom, or will be finishing in the bottom too. Yeah, the less I talk about it, the better I feel about it. Palace are up as champions. Sunderland are second. We beat Sunderland, so honestly, I think we might have been the reason that the Sunderland didn't win the title. They have gone up, though, as second place. Bristol City and Bournemouth are in the top 4. So really, the defeat against Bristol City is not as bad as I'm making out to be. And the Blackburn game, we've beaten some big teams this year. I think we can beat anyone. Did we fake on Palace? We think we drew against Palace. So we can take on some bigger teams and we can beat some of the big teams. We then just have moments where we just don't do well at all. I think next year we can win at least a top half finish and maybe go for the playoffs and even the championship. I don't know. We just need some good signings. We do have a tycoon owner team coming down though, so that's awkward. So yeah, I'll talk about that in a bit. But Coventry, we take on them today. We have to look at West Brom and Nottingham Forest. Forest take on Stoke, who are in 10th, and West Brom take on Ipswich. I'm fine with Ipswich losing to West Brom as long as we beat Coventry by more goals than West Brom win their game by. Though we do need to get more goals. We've actually considered the same amount of goals as West Brom this year, so overall, just need to beat them really. Get the better game. As long as we get the same amount of goals as they do, and we get a better goal difference, we're fine. We just need to actually do better. Forest, very average this year. As long as they lose, we can still get top half, which is fine. We can do that. We're going to take on Coventry. We're going to try and win to get ourselves top half. I don't want to finish in 16th after what we've done so far. We've only lost about 6 times in the league this year. Is it 6 times? No, 5 times in the league. So I think we've done really well. I think we're definitely a top half team, if not a team that has a chance for the playoffs next year. But yeah, we need to work on a few things here. But my lineup will be this: Baxter, Burke, Edmundson, Creswell, Wilson, Brand, Billick, Bird, Fraser, Walsh, Scully, and Donnelly. I'm going to go over the end of season review, and I'm going to go over some players I'm thinking of trying to sign as well in the future. But on the bench, it's Slimani, Griffin, Masterson, Rodoni, Amici, Knight, and Smith. Morris is injured. He's out for 2 days. Buchanan's out for 5 to 11 days. So that's why they're not on the bench instead. But yeah, I think we got a good situation. We got a situation next year that I think we can definitely improve upon. We need to really improve our squad, and I think once we do that, we'll be great. Either way, let's see how we do against Coventry. At Coventry, I really want to win. Okay, so ball headed away to Wilson's Brand. We actually still at the better team so far, which is very nice indeed. Wilson's Brand's been really useful for me, and I'm happy that the case that he's done well. Here's Billick now, back to Edmundson, and here's Creswell, who's been another great signing for me. Good ball to Wilson's Brand. Now Fraser, Scully, who I think I need to replace next year, but here's Billick, finds Scully. I talk about replacing Scully, and he scores. He's 10th of the season. We lead inside 6 minutes. I still think we need to replace him and get a better player in for that position, but Scully has been okay. He's had some moments where he's been a bit silly and not so great, but then he does something like this. He just makes the perfect run. Billick with the lovely pass to get the assist, and Billick as a deep line playmaker is perfect, I think, right now. But we can definitely improve every area of the pitch. They got a free kick, gap. And Burke gets the ball away, and here we go now. Cazidor with the ball, he's Hayem. And we could have got the ball there, Stoya though. And the man here is Goodwin Malik. And can we get the block in? No. Gap plays it in, and Lavery got a brace last time out. I need him to not do well this time, and what were we doing? I don't know, but can we avoid anything here? Wilson Brand did well, and Donnelly has got there first. Okay, Jamie Donnelly. I think what I want next year is a lot of pace. And Amici, what a moment that is! What a good play! It's his first of the season. Is it really his first of the season? Wow, I didn't realize he'd never scored until there. But Donnelly, what a pass! Okay, 1, that's a great pass. 2, how on earth is Amici in so much space that he's afforded that kind of finish? That's ridiculous. So I've just noticed something. We've not been that great in possession today, but we've been really good. Let's see what it's done for the table. We're only at the 13th because Forest are actually winning. Oh, for crying out loud. Stoke had injury. If Stoke can win, that's great. We are going to be above West Brom, though, because they are drawn to Ipswich of all teams. And as things stand, even if they do get themselves in front, we'll still be ahead of them anyway because of goals scored. I think. I feel it actually could be equal. So it'd be results between teams or something. That's ridiculous. We could actually have the same goals scored and against as West Brom as things stand, which is lovely. If we can do that and still beat them anyway. But hey, good times. Okay, so Stoke are drawing right now. Stoke are drawing. They've equalised. If they get a winner, oh, we could be going up to 12th place. I love it if they could do it. And Donnelly, surely, oh, what a save for Moore. That's incredible. But Stoke, do us a favour and actually get a winner, please. If we can see Stoke get a winner, that would be magnificent. Just so I can rub it into the faces of, well, nobody. Just so I can claim we've done really well in our first season and got a top-half finish after being in a relegation fight for so long. So as things stand, we do win 2-0. I don't know what happened to the other team, so let's go find out. It was a good result in the end, wasn't it? And ladies and gentlemen, we didn't finish above Forest. We did get 13th place, so considering we're in 21st place when we took over, I think that's a respectable finish. And we finished 21 points clear of the relegation zone, and given at one point we were only 5 points clear, 3 points clear, 2 points clear of it at one point. I think that's a very respectable end to the season. I really do. And if we look at that, Plymouth did finish bottom. They did draw against Bournemouth. And Brentford beat Blackburn and QPR to the last playoff place. And Sheffield United, despite being beaten, have managed to hold on. Oh boy, they must be grateful. That QPR lost and Blackburn also lost. If they both won, then it would be Sheffield United out there, wouldn't it? Whew, good luck to them. And Walsh is out for 3 to 5 days. That's perfectly fine. We've done really well. And we're looking good. A very good performance as far as I'm concerned. Wilson's brand, I might try and get next year on loan, but I don't know if I will be able to, and if he's going to get much better. But quite frankly, we did a good job here. I'll be back in a second. So, ending the season with you, there's no confess because quite frankly, the club underachieved before I arrived anyway, and that's perfectly fine. New arrivals. Watch this be really good, or lag a little bit. Yeah, Baxter was actually the son of the year. And again, I can't blame them. He got 10 clean sheets. 10 before. Oh, he got 10. Yeah, he got 10 clean sheets in 20. 50 grand. A bargain, another signing. Wilson had been really good for us and really good to see him do well. And we got Charlie Creswell, who has got a release clause of 12.5 million. If someone hits that, that's a massive payday for our point of view. Robbie Walsh, really good signing, 475,000, 4 goals, 8 assists. I thought he got another assist, but maybe I was wrong. But yeah, really good signing from our point of view. And Amici wasn't our signing, but he was signed for 300,000. Kind of became a back burner after we got Walsh in and I trained him to be a right winger. But Donny was great on his day. Keith Griffin, we only gave him one appearance, and that was because of injuries, but I might try and give him more first team football next year. Masterson, not so sure I really want him around next year. Slimani, probably my worst signing if I'm honest with you, but I can definitely work on that next year. Lai was not my signing, and neither was Harvey, but there you go. Transfers out. Arulu, we sold. They were unhappy with the fact that we made a loss on him, but honestly, he was terrible. Rolton, we made a massive profit on him. We sold him for 5.25 million, but again, wasn't exactly amazing. And I feel like I made a good call to get rid of him and get the money I did. Owusu, they were disappointed with the fact we made a loss. I don't think we made a loss, but yeah, we sold him. We got 100,000 back, I think. Cashin, don't even know who that is. Joe Lewis, don't even know who this is. Apparently, we sold him. McKenna, we don't care about. Mitchell, they feel they could have got some money from him, but it's, again, not my problem. It was a liability, as far as I'm concerned. It wasn't very good. And let's have a see. We sold a lot of players, apparently, which says a lot. Because they're unhappy, I think, with the fact that I think they could have got a higher fee. But again, 120,000, not terrible. Mid have made no appearance for Wolves, but we sold him for 13 million. So, as far as I'm concerned, that's a win-win for me. Mackenzie Lyle was terrible, and yeah, we could have made money from him, but it's not my problem. Loans out, we made a load of players out on loan, and yeah, I think, given how many players we loaned out, I think it's not the end of the world. The fact we apparently loaned out this guy, Lewis Baldock, who is a promising player, I can see why he's considered promising. What on earth? How have we got so many good players here? It's ridiculous. I love this club for this reason. Owen Hunter, again, look at this guy. I loaned him out. He's got really good potential and is improving rapidly. What a season this is for so many players. I mean, the fact we've got so many good players out going out on loan and considered really good is useful, and we know what they can do. It's wonderful. Mid-table was actually the finish in the end. We did get mid-table. They wanted me to avoid relegation at first. I'm not upset with the board, by the way, because technically, this team is a mid-table top half finished side, and we achieved it in the end. I mean, if you look at what was the problem here before I arrived, that's a scary run of form. And I arrived for the 4-0 victory. And you can see my impact and what my formation did. We only lost 3 times. We only lost like 5 times in the league when I turned up. So, as far as I'm concerned, I did quite well, personally. And in fact, in my 26 matches, I had 13 wins and 7 draws. So really, as far as I'm concerned, I got 46 points. I'm not counting the cup because, let's be honest, it's my only slight. But again, it was a difficult game and we weren't really into the preparation yet. And this wasn't even my game. So I'm not complaining about the League Cup either. But yeah, biggest win. My first game in charge was actually the biggest win. Can you believe it? I certainly can't. We've already seen the Fraser goal for the goal of the season, but we're going to see it again. And apparently the match to remember was the 1-0 victory against Oxford. How is that the match to remember? Is it because we beat a Tycoon owner team? I don't know. But yeah, this was the goal of the season, and I can see why. It is a really good finish from the homegrown player. Top corner as well. You can't be upset with this kind of form and that kind of goal. It's a lovely sight. Let's be honest. Finances. We made a loss in everything, apparently. Not my fault, though. Let's be honest. I didn't know anything at all. We made 16 million from sponsorship. This is one of the draws I was happy about because I realized that they had a lot of money in sponsorship. We are making 2.66 million in broadcasts, 1.9 in corporate hospitality, nothing in competition prize money, but 1 million in the matchday commercial and retail. We have a 3-star team. We're making 1.3 million in the merchandise as well, and 139,000 in non-domestic. We sold 13,810 shirts. And Munson, Scully, Evidoni, Walsh, yes, my signing Walsh, and Amici were the top shirt sellers. We sold 13,810 shirts. The fact that Walsh is 4th place already tells you just how good of a deal that is. How we lined up was this. And yeah, Walsh was in the team of the year. Wilson the Brand was probably the best player that we brought in, and that's a statement that my signings worked. Creswell also in there, Walsh in there. I mean, the fact that 3 of my signings were 3 of the best 4 players in the team tells you I knew what I was doing, doesn't it? Tells you that I can bring some good players in, give me money, and I'll do that. I'll build this club up to be a Premier League team. We want to be in the Premier League. We want to win a trophy as well. That's my aim now. We've got to win at least 1 trophy before we leave this club. Because I've won a trophy everywhere I've been. If we don't win a trophy, then we're not doing something right, are we? So, fans player of the year was Julian Munson because he's really good. I know he's really good from my save last year with Nijmegen. I brought him there. He was incredible for me there. He's incredible for me now. The fact I've linked up with him again by accident is hilarious. Charlie Creswell's the young player of the year. My signing, thank you. Baxter was my signing and was the signing of the season. Even Fraser with the goal of the season. Jeremy Donnelly with 14 goals as top goal scorer. The fact that Walsh, by the way, had the most assists with 8 is silly. He only joined in January and he's already done that well. Edmundson got 3 player of the match awards. Average rating of 7.3. Creswell got 79 passes completed per 90. What on earth is right with this team? Honestly, how do you screw up so badly? And this is apparently the... I'm sorry, what? It was a... Was this the formation they were using the entire... No wonder you were getting... Oh my god, no wonder you're struggling. Wow. A 4-3... 4-2-3-1 now. Oh my god, okay, that explains so much. I changed to this and immediately we do better. Coincidence? I mean, they did finish 11th place last year, so I can't actually criticize them too much, but... Huh. That completely threw me off. I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely didn't think this was the formation, but yeah. Alright. Where's Hanlon now, actually? Birmingham. And apparently about to leave, but not very good. League One. He's definitely League One signing, isn't he? The players that made the overall best 11 were Scully, Udani, and Morris. Now, admittedly, none of them are my signings, but what can you do? The fact that Rolson's actually in this is saying a lot, and I got rid of him because I just didn't like him. I mean, Emerson was always going to be here, as was Billick and Bird. Fraser being in here is nice. I am going to use him more next year. The season review is not bad. We're going to go over the budgets late in a bit. But, yeah. My managerial support. The fact it's only slightly below the green is not ideal for me. Okay, so where did the ball want me to finish next year? Top half. They agree with me then. Okay, I said top half with the aim for next year. They still want me to develop the players using the youth system. Not signing players over the age of 30. They have got rid of the signing players under the age of 23 there for the first team, which I was adhering to, but I'm not upset either. They wanted to play defensively solid football and high-tempo pressing football, which is something I can do easily. Work within the wage budget, I do. Sign players to sell for profit. I mean, my players that I've signed can be sold for profit. And a minimum of 2-year contracts for the first team players. Yeah, top half finish every year. I can do that. I think we can do that. We almost got top half this year, so really, I think we know we can do that. Let's see the budgets. 9.93 million and 325,000 in the wage budgets. Okay. Not terrible. We are only committed to spend 268,000 in the wages right now, even if we are spending about 319,000 at the moment. Oh, no, wait, that's not what we're doing right now. We're actually spending, hold on. Okay, yeah, we've already got 52 grand available there. So, yeah, we've got a lot of money here then. So what we're going to tell the players next year is we want to be finishing top half. And they all are happy about it. I'm great. That's good. I'm not going to talk promises. You want more promises. I mean, completely honest with you, you're probably going to go straight back down to the under 21s. So I don't think you can really talk. But yeah, we're going to have a good break and we'll see you guys another time. I'm actually going to talk to you about this because I'm actually going to watch a match in Colombia, of all places, because I want to see this guy. 1.1 million, apparently only wants between 3.3 to 5 grand. I think I'm going to try and sign this guy for the first team. I'm going to watch him. So, that's a thing. I also want to see who gets promoted from the playoffs. For no other reason than the fact that I want to know who's going up. And I am now going to talk about the fact that the team's coming down. There's another Tycoon-owned team coming down next year. And it's Swansea. And also, I want to see who else is coming down. Because right now, it's Norwich. But Wolves could be going down as well. Everton should be safe because Norwich can't catch them. So it's just Wolves. And let's be honest, it's probably Norwich going down. But yeah, Liverpool have won the league already. They've absolutely walked the league this year. Arsenal could still miss out on Europe. Tottenham are currently missing out on Europe. But again, it's just one of the things you need to look at and ask, okay, what can we do from here? Lorenzo Luca's been really good for Liverpool. Mbappe's at City. I want to sign players. I need to look at some players as well and ask, where do I want to strengthen the team? And I think Wilson and Brown I can probably look at next year and think I can sign him. If I have to be honest, I think I need another right back. I need another striker. I don't think I can really say that we have a great striker right now. And I think another left winger as well. Walsh, I'm content with in the right winger position because he's definitely almost there. And he's been really good. So I don't think Walsh is an issue as far as I'm concerned. He's going to be he's going to be a Premier League player at some point. I just know it. His speed and his agility and balance is perfect. He's already worth between 6.8 to 9.2 million. And we only signed him for 475,000. So we're going to make a profit from him regardless. It kind of shows you that Shamrock Rovers have some good players, doesn't it? There are some good players in other countries in the UK. And I think we don't necessarily need to sign players from England to benefit. We can go abroad and find English players elsewhere. So we've got an opportunity to really strengthen the side, I think. And hopefully we can do well with that. Do I need another goalkeeper though is the question. We also might be sending some players anyway because Bird wanted by Burnley and Sunderland. And Nashville want Fraser. Fraser's not going anywhere. He's staying in the first team. I think I'm going to use him more next year. Ahead of Udani, I think I am. So, yeah. We need to really make him a midfielder. An out-and-out midfielder now. But, yeah. We definitely need to make this guy our first choice, I think, next year, because he's got the ability to become really good. We just need to actually get some really good talent to come through, and we've got some young talent in this team that will be very good in the future. So let's see what we can do with it. I want to sign him, even though he had a bad game just then, and has had, I mean, he's got a 7.33 average rating so far. I think I'm justified in thinking I can get this guy through. I want to see how much he wants, actually. First choice keeper, $6,000 a week. Okay. And he wants minimalist clause in the future as well. I don't want to be back up, but first try. Let's see. $7,000 and 16 million up front. I mean, honestly, I'm not upset with that. That's not a bad call, maybe. Maybe we sign Garcia and see what we can do with it. Why not? Okay, we just got here a tax bill of £425,000. I don't know where it's come from, but I'm just going to assume it's an interesting situation. And we also just got a new sponsor from a telecommunications company, as well as 2 new deals, which is worth £675,000. So what is our sponsorship now? 16.5 million. I feel that's gone up. Has that gone up? Whatever the case is, we've now got 25 million and 9 million to spend in the transfer market. I can probably spend all the money in the transfer window we have and still have a lot of money to work with. So who knows? Either way, a lot of money has just come in, 16.4 million of it. And I think we've got a lot of room to grow with here. I really do. At least we've got all the sponsors to come in, which is perfect as far as I'm concerned for the club's financial future. So good news, we've actually applied to get our junior coaching budget increase, and the board have agreed to do so. Only problem is they've not done the same for the youth recruitment, which I'm a little surprised about, considering I thought they would have gone for it, but turns out they're not as keen on the idea as I am. I mean, I wanted to match the junior coaching, so let's do that. Let's talk to the backroom staff and see if we can get it done. And they don't. Okay. After a few things, I said that we need to keep up with the rivalries, we could be left behind. They are willing to grant it. So, we now have excellent youth recruitment and junior coaching, which hopefully means our youth intakes will be even better in the future. I could actually potentially look at maybe getting the facilities upgraded as well. So, let's try and get the facilities upgraded as well, because I might as well, you know? Even if I can only do the training facilities. I'm going to go for the training facilities anyway and see if the board are willing to listen about that one. But hey, we've got 25 million. We might as well use some of it to improve our facilities and backroom staff stuff. So why not? Ladies and gentlemen, we are officially going to be able to sign Jairo Garcia. Admittedly, it is 1.2 million out of the £10 million budget, but the release fee is important. And that's only for domestic clubs in a higher league. It is a 3-year deal. And I think for 1.2 million, he's worth it. 1.1, 1.2 million, it's not important. But he's very good for his age. And I think could learn a lot from Baxter. Actually, spirited, professional. Yeah, Baxter and Garcia could be very good together. And I think it'd be very useful to have both players. So let's accept the deal and bring in the Colombian goalkeeper. And he was apparently impressed by the ambition shown by me. I love the fact he's actually impressed by my ambition. Who thought that my ambition could be that important, eh? I love it. Don't you? Okay, so they rejected the option to improve the training facilities. Our facilities are just fine, being the reason. I love that. I've never seen that before. But yeah, let's actually try and convince them what we can do with investing in modern technology. With benefits to facilities. Okay, they agree they're looking to improve it. Great, okay. Then why'd you reject it the first time, you silly gooses? 4.9 million. That's about a third or a quarter of the money we just had. So training facilities have been improved at Derby. I love the fact that the board are now willing to listen to me after what we just done. And I'm also scouting a load of people, so ignore the people who are scouting. I'm just going to work on that for the time being. We'll be back after the playoffs final because we know who's been relegated now, and it was Norwich. So, yeah, we'll be back to the playoffs final after that and see who is going up, along with Crystal Palace and Sunderland. Okay, so season's ended. We just got 4.82 million for participating in the championship, which means the money we've just invested into improving the training facilities has literally been paid out immediately back. So we're looking good there. Who went up? Who went up in the Premier League this year? Bristol City, after penalties. Jack Rolton did not play, thank God. Okay, he did not play for Bristol City. Salford did instead. Was he injured? He was injured. He missed out, but he's going to be in the Premier League next year. Did he really only concede 15 goals in 17 matches? How is it you got better after you left me, after you were so poor? I hate this man. I mean, we've got 5.25 million for him, but I hate him. I legitimately do not like this guy anymore. He's pretty much helped Bristol City get promoted to the Premier League after doing so badly for me in the first couple of months. Honestly, yeah, Bristol City in the Premier League with Sunderland and Crystal Palace. Teams coming down from the Premier League are Norwich, Fulham and Swansea. Everton won the Europa Conference League because, of course, they did after finishing 16th place. Really makes you wonder if I could have gone for the job, but I didn't, so who cares? Arsenal and Newcastle in the Europa League. Villa are in the Europa Conference League. And Tottenham only finished 9th. So that's fun for them. And the teams coming up from League One are Middlesbrough, Birmingham and Barnsley. And they've actually got some good players in that division. So, yeah, I'm going to look at the season preview and I'm just going to show you this. This is Barnsley's goalkeeper. He's actually good enough to be a 3-star player in my team. So he's a decent goalkeeper. All right, so maybe not a good example. But how about this guy? Yeah, this guy would definitely be a good player in my team. He's a good championship player. So, yeah, they've got some good players. And they're coming up with this guy who's a decent... How did you get this guy to stay with you when you're relegated? I do not understand. He was with us at 1.2. Can I bring him back? No, too much money. But yeah, there's some good players in this division that are going to come up. Smith He's actually with this club, permanently with this club, and he's now worth 4.1 to 4.6.4. Who wants him? Palace, Wolves, and Watford. Okay, interesting. I've literally gone through this in the past and found some young talent that I could steal from low league clubs. It's what I've done in the past, and it works. But yeah, that's what's happened. Those are who are going up to meet us next year in the Championship. And I'm going to be honest with you, I still need to improve a few things. Like, we've got a lot of money, but we need to really improve our facilities as a whole. Barcelona just won the Champions League, so they're no longer eligible for my reign. Inter just beat Arsenal in the Europa League final, so there's that. Arsenal had a chance to get into the Champions League, but they messed it up because they lost to Inter Milan in the Europa League final, and that's that. Anyway, I'm going to end this here. I've been recording for almost 3 hours, and I think we need to edit this down, and this might take a while. But either way, what do you think of our season so far? What do you think of our new goalkeeper that's going to turn up for us next year? And do you think a top half finish is a realistic target? I want to hear your thoughts and opinions down below. And how many years do you think it'll be before we can get Derby County to the Premier League? I want to hear your thoughts and opinions of that down below. But either way, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.